Hey y'all, I'm Snarky too. Welcome back to Two Snarky Girls. Welcome back. I have not moved from the desk since the last video I recorded. We are going to continue with our Rosie Lynn saga here. So I have a couple of videos that we're going to watch. They're all pretty short. They're also all by this creator named Eye Lash. So I'll try to remember to link the videos in the description box down below. We do ethical reactions here. For context, Snarky number 2, do not watch Rosie. However, Snarky number 1 is going to be harder to coordinate recording with. So what I'm trying to do is in between our Monday live streams, try to come out with a couple of recordings. So unfortunately, it's just going to be me for this one. But we'll be back on Monday. As y'all know, we do Monday live streams every Monday and sometimes in between that, but maybe not for the foreseeable future. So she wants me to do my homework, and I am a good student. So we are going to watch some QLR. I have, let's pull this up. So the first one is from 3 weeks ago. This was the 27th of May. It's titled Midnight Rant. She's absolutely loving the attention. So let's just get started.
Bro, I'm having the period from hell. I am hormonal as hell. I am cranky as hell. So just note that. It's like barely been has it even been a week since the docuseries was announced? Thursday, right? So not even a week. It's been one of the most insane weeks of my life. I want to thank everybody who's been asking me if I'm okay and all that. To be quite honest, I've been avoiding a lot of the hate. I've caught some of it.
Yeah, you're getting hate because context. She spent a total of 2 whole fucking minutes on this docuseries about Paradise, and that's kind of what made me okay, maybe I'll start watching her a little bit, because I hate people like Amber who center themselves to make themselves the victims. You cannot walk into a room full of grieving mothers, right, and then being yeah, I lost one of my Barbies when I was a kid, and she took care of me, and I can kind of relate. No, bitch. No, stop. Even if you think that you can condense your trauma into a minute and 59 seconds, there is a time and a place to talk about it, and that was not the time nor the place. Just stop. Just stop. You can be a victim, and you could have had trauma and not make it about yourself. Please, my God.
And most of what I caught, I wish I could speak on, because the way I could discredit all of it if I was willing to break an NDA. And the way I just wish people could sit on their hands for 2 fucking weeks and let the shit come out.
What? What's that supposed to mean? Sit on your hands and wait for things to come out? Okay. Nani? Am I just fucking stupid? Is that a saying? Is that a saying that I don't fucking know? What the hell?
Oh my,
what does that mean? I'm confused.
My God. Oh my God. I can't. I simply can't.
Girl, don't hit yourself. That'll get you an extra day on a mental health hold. Just so you know.
But yeah.
Wait,
I'm watching the way some people are moving, and it's opening my eyes to their character.
I hate when people say that. When they're like, I move in silence. No, you don't, because you just posted about it. Shut up.
In ways I didn't know prior. I don't love that. And just for anyone curious, my stance has been and always will be that the LCU is a moldy hot dog water content. And
that's fair.
And that's all I gotta fucking say.
Okay. I mean, thanks for the vague posting.
Period.
All right.
Bro.
God, okay. All right. So that was the first one. I told you guys they're very short. So let me pull up the next one. Oh my God, my Wi-Fi is ass. Oh God. Just the way that she opens her mouth, bro. So this one's titled, It's Not My Fault. And this is from 29 May.
I once was a part of Girl World. I can't talk about it because then I'm the problem. So ultimately, I can't win.
I don't know why she does that thing where she like puts her tetas on display. Like, that is not comfy. Okay, I know because I also have tetas, bro.
I just wanted to talk for a second because I'm really sitting here just like processing so much in terms of not only my own trauma and in my own experiences that I've shared in the documentary, but there's just a lot happening behind the scenes, a lot happening in my life.
My God, she sounds just like Amber. Rest in pizza.
I'm still just kind of like dealing with my own personal stuff that I've talked a little bit about, like the last time I went live and stuff. I've been working on editing and doing these different things. And I just got that DM notification in my requests that I just saw for the first time, right? And I want to talk about it.
Dude, the Amberisms are so bad. Fuck, man. Like, it's like the way that she's moving, the way that she's talking, the way that she's so smug, but it's like also really subtle. And you have to be like an Amber professional expert, Lynn, to know what she's doing. Yeah, I don't like it.
Let's start here. Because the first scratched out name is the legal name of my boyfriend. That's not public information outside of those who've doxed him. And same for the second being the name of his mother, which again is not public information unless you are part of the doxing. Okay.
Yeah, can we not dox these people? I don't care. Like, I don't get doxing culture. As much as I love like reacting to these women, I would never. Like, that's just not okay. I don't know what compels people to do such a thing. Like, is it like the satisfaction of like cracking the code? Like, go apply to work for the FBI then. Like, why are you wasting your talents on like problematic obese women on the internet? Like, can we be so serious? Like, Marty, can you imagine where Marty would have been if he didn't spend his talents on like trying to sell Chantal's mother's outdoor furniture? Like, can we just like do better?
So I guess this person is admitting to being the person that was messaging my boyfriend's mother. It is genuinely alarming, the hate that people hold in their heart, and that there are hundreds of creators who talk about me on a daily basis that profit off of the hate of their audience just like that. I have no like personal beef with Jordy, right? He's somebody who started talking about me recently, and that's all fine and dandy. But that's the audience he cultivates. That's the audience they all cultivate. And you can sit there and pretend that because you're not the one doing the poo touching, that you're not a part of the problem, but you are.
Wrong. That's wrong. I understand what she's saying about doxing, and it is disgusting. It's reprehensible. I can't remember if it's a crime, but if it's not, it really should be at least like a finable offense. Like you really should not be giving people's personal fucking information out. Like even people like Chantal, like who fucking cares where she lives, bro? Like it's just weird and it's so unnecessary. Like I don't even understand it enough to really form a thought past that. But also like for her to say that like any reaction channel cultivates these doxing watchers, like people who watch them that like want to dox and poo touch, that's just not true. I, for one, have never heard Jordy or Zach or Alex or any of the big channels ever say, hey, go bother these people, go find out this information. It's just not a thing. No one would say that. Whatever some other person decides to do is of their own volition. I mean, you should be getting mad at the individuals committing these acts and not the creators, because no one's out here telling them to go bother you.
You enable it, and the reactors enable it?
No.
Because they profit from it.
No.
I'm a disabled fat woman. I am disabled. I don't give a fuck if you believe me or not. My pain is real. My trauma is real. And there is no amount of that shit that changes that reality. I didn't know that Jordy was reacting to me until someone who I think might be the same person on a different account sent a very similar styled message, just rambling about being so excited that Jordy's talking about me. Again.
I feel like I've heard two different versions of this story. I feel like she reached out to Jordy first and he has receipts to back that up, but I could be wrong. But I feel like I've heard two different versions of this.
I've no attachment to that. I don't give a shit. So why are you bothering me? I'm sitting here as someone who is like not allowed to talk about how these things affect me without it being blamed on me, that I'm the problem for bringing attention to it, when this shit affects my real life. And my silence gets weaponized and my words get weaponized. And I have been deemed a like parasocial weirdo, whatever the fuck, for shit that I've done in my past, while the people that the reactors profit off of behave like that.
I don't get that. What do you mean the people that the reaction channels profit off of? Don't you mean yourself?
And the reactors that profit off of me by inviting me into their home, giving me dresses, pretending to be my friend and moderator, making my intro for me, doing all of these things to only be besties with the guy that's fucking stalking me.
What reactor did that?
Harassing my family and me, sending countless packages to my house. I'm not the fucking problem. And I'm done being treated like I am. Constantly bringing up people's past mistakes, manipulating and twisting their words to fit your narrative, does not show an entire scope of a person, especially when you cherry pick clips. You purposefully misinterpret and manipulate the words that are being directly said to you on the screen and taking them out of context to then only flip them on their head and make it out as if I'm a liar because you financially.
I mean, no offense, but that's what drama channels do. Also, like, if you're boring, people have to spice things up. Although I don't really know what she's referring to, like people blatantly lying. I mean, people clip shit all the time, girl. It comes with the territory. Again, people clip shit.
Actually benefit from casting me as an ALR archetype to be her replacement because she's been squeezed dry by these fucking lunatics who latch onto people that they think they can be the judge, jury, and executioner of morality to, while being horrifically abusive and vitriolic.
It's funny because I've never heard these girls use big words like vitriol. vitriolic. But no, that's not why Amber has died. Amber is no longer with us on the internet because it's like, how many scandals can a person go through before they're fucking canceled? I mean, aside from like Jeffree Star, who's too fucking rich to care and can just be like racist, unapologetic, whatever, like Amber like cannot survive that, dude. Though those are some fatal blows. The stuff that she said on the Discord, which if I remember correctly, you said was disgusting, like that will do it. That would be considered like a fatal blow if nothing else was in her past. Like that's why she's tired, because like you can only lie and excuse your actions for so long. I mean, it's clear as day to me. If you know vitriol, you should understand that concept.
I can't fucking stand Amberlynn. And with the stuff I learned recently, with the rabbit hole I fell down regarding the Discord and the CSAM and all of that, I've no interest in defending her in any capacity. But her involvement in this, and the fact that I once was a part of Grow World, and as a viewer and as someone who made mistakes that I have repeatedly stated how much I regret and that I don't want part in, has just created this cesspool I can't get out of, because it constantly affects my real fucking life. So ultimately, I can't win, because either I ignore it into oblivion and people are showing up at my house because, you know what, fuck it. People are showing up at my house because people are posting my address online and trying to get people to break in by saying my property is abandoned and people can come get the copper pipes out of my house. And I'm having to call the police again. But
that's wild. What the fuck?
I can't talk about it because then I'm the problem. Oh, I can't talk about the fact my family is put in jeopardy again because of y'all. I'm sick of this shit. It is a mental fucking illness of cult-like capacity. I am embarrassed that I ever thought that shit was entertainment. And you should be too.
It sounds like if you thought doxing was entertaining, you're the fucking problem. I don't know anyone in girl world, like personally, through the people that watch us, or like Snarky One and myself, I don't know anyone who finds doxing entertaining. What the hell are you talking about? If you're meaning girl world, you need to be a little bit more specific. And maybe that's why people clip you, because you don't really eloquently position yourself in a way to like say what you actually want to say, so then people can clip you. And it is what it is, girl. What are we doing here?
And you should be too.
Okay, thanks. All right, next. So this is from 9 days ago. So a little bit over a week after that video we just watched. So this is Quirky Love Rose reminds you that she is a victim too. Oh God. Is she gonna yell at me some more? I do love when the girls yell. I do get entertained. It is funny. Like when they yell at Girl World, like as a monolith, I think it's really funny, because like, tell me that you're mad about your own actions without telling me that you're mad about them, because I don't know the context of her getting doxxed, but I don't know, from the title where she's like, it's not my fault, I feel like it might be. There's probably some context there that I did not receive from just watching her Instagram reel. So I don't know. Doxing is weird, but I feel like maybe I'm missing something. Okay, this is, yeah, she's a victim too. Great. Is she on the toilet? Chica, please.
Look, I get that I'm controversial, that I'm a person with...
Oh, I love this. Oh, am I a bad person? I think I'm a little bit of a bad person. Like, I'm just kind of mean, but I'm going to take a screenshot anyway, because this is funny.
With trauma too.
You know what it is, guys? Okay, as somebody who very recently put their face on YouTube, like, I just cannot imagine crying, even if it was about, like, what my audience, I can't imagine, like, picking up my phone and being like, guys, you did it, you won. And just, like, videoing myself crying. That's crazy, girl. Like,
I'm not engaging in reaction content about me. I'm doing my best to avoid it. This is real.
spit. Oh. Perfect. Print screen. Oh my god, my poor husband. I think I've taken like fucking 25 screenshots since the last video.
Lying. Just because I'm not a victim of Stefan does not mean I am not a victim of sexual assault and exploitation in my past. And just because you may not understand why I'm in the dock does not mean that I don't have a right to be there.
Bro, they put her as like feederism expert. That is so crazy. Okay. And from the little that I do know about the Paradise documentary, and I'm trying to be as sensitive as I can, knowing that I do not know much. The documentary is centered around women who were abused by Stefan. So no one, at least I am not saying that she wasn't abused, she hasn't been exploited, but not like you don't fit into this documentary. No pun intended. It is not about you. Again, you can have trauma. Like you can have like SA trauma. You don't need to be going to like AA meetings. Okay? You don't. Like, let's stay in our lane. Let's do that. Also, I know she can't control the way that she looks, but her lips are pissing me off. It looks like a pilgrim hat or like a fedora. And then they're like slightly quivering because she's trying to make herself cry.
I'm doing the best that I can from everything that's happened in the past couple weeks to not make problems for anybody else. I just wish someone gave a singular fuck about the fact that I'm a person with trauma too. And that trauma is real. The past several days, I have gone out of my way to shut the fuck up. Because it doesn't matter what I do. I am being relentlessly attacked. I just saw a comment on a video that had nothing to do with me, that was about me and how I'm making everything about me when I wasn't even in the video. Girl World is...
Yeah, we're mean, we're nasty, we're haters.
Using this opportunity to make me out to look like a fucking monster.
I mean, I don't think you're a monster, you're just annoying. Like, own up the fact that it's not fucking about you and move on. You're not a monster. Bro, as someone with ADHD, I had to learn very early to like, before my diagnosis, I would tell people, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to cut you off, but if I don't cut you off, like I'm going to forget what the fuck I need to say. And then it's going to make me feel really bad. So I had to learn to shut the fuck up and try to remember. But then like they'd be talking. And then when it's time for me to talk, I didn't even know what the hell they said. And I'm just like, and then I forget what I needed to say anyway. And the point of that is like, it's not always about you. And sometimes like you just let shit go. So like that's what I would do. I would forget and be like, okay, well, I guess it wasn't that important. And I don't need to say it anymore. Yeah, just like, what is it with these girls? Are like a life situation presents itself, and then they learn nothing, and then it just happens again, and again, and again, and there's just never any character development. Like I don't get it. I don't get it.
While creating the problem.
What? Yeah? Nani?
And I just did not anticipate certain parts of this. I'm not talking about the live stream stuff and all of that. I've said what I've said on that, and I'm culpable in that aspect. I'm talking specifically about how people keep saying actual victims.
So I did not know this. So I like this podcast called We're All Insane. And I don't know who I was watching, and they mentioned that her episode, because I've heard about her having a podcast and stuff, like a podcast episode. I didn't know it was from that podcast. And I feel like Snarky One and I could totally watch that. They're very long. If you've never seen any of her episodes, they're very long, very absolutely horrific stories. But I like the way that she kind of just lets the person talk. I have heard criticism that Rosie did a lot of trauma dumping, and it wasn't so much a conversation as it was just a place for her to like release. But I don't fault her for that. And if you watch other episodes, it's kind of the same. One episode that I can think of off the top of my head was like a guy that shot his abuser who was a cop. And he was very young when he was abused, and it turned out that cop had abused multiple young boys. So that was one where he just talks a lot, and sometimes there really just isn't anything to say, and all you can really do is give this person space to speak and listen to them. And so I haven't heard anything. I haven't seen any clips about that. I don't know if I'm giving her too much grace, but I don't think so. My approach with Rosie is I don't know enough about her, so I'm not going to be completely mean to her. And I can't help but feel like sympathetic for people in her situation, because it is hard to have gone through trauma and not have a place to vent, or not feel like the place that you have is safe, because I don't think that Rosie feels safe in her community chat. I think her mods kind of help clean up like any potentially hateful or snarky comments. I think I could be misinterpreting, but I feel that it's just not a safe place for her to like really talk about what happened to her. And then with this incident where she brings it up at the wrong time or place, and like and gets obviously very upset because this is deeply personal to her, and people are like, hey, like you're making this about yourself, and it really isn't. It's hard to, I mean, I don't want to say like, how can I put this? Like, it's not wrong for her to feel this way. She probably definitely feels slighted and that she just can't talk about it ever. But that's because she's mentally ill. And she has not found, because from what I know about her, she always talks about like how therapy is good for her, and then she like lost insurance, and she was like trying to do like, I think she got like 6 free sessions through some program. I could be misremembering a little bit. My remembrance might not be the greatest, but I do think she is definitely someone who would benefit a lot from regularly having talk therapy with people or with a person, just so that she can kind of get this all out. It's kind of sad. I feel for her. It doesn't negate her ignorance. It doesn't change what I said initially, which is that there's a time and a place to talk about your trauma, because in the same way that you want people to respect the way you feel and how the issues or the things that you went through hurt you and shaped you as an individual, you need to give that same space to others. You need to allow people to center themselves in issues to go through it in the way that they need to. So yeah.
Watching people twist some of my most personal trauma into how I'm a liar. Like, I think the big one I saw was when I was in those streams and I was being just barraged with hate. And people were saying that I lied about, like, I said that I was basically raped over the internet, like that, all this stuff, when they took a real traumatic experience out of context. In the We're All Insane podcast interview, I shared the story about what I believe was the first attack of my cyber stalker. How he blackmailed me, used the fact that I was, an ex-Mormon, afraid of my parents finding out that I was posting illicit photos.
I didn't know she's an ex-Mormon. Oh my God, she's piqued my interest. Guys, it's fucking over. Snarky One did it. I did not know that. Oh my God, that changes everything. If you don't know about me, which we've never talked about this, I love learning about cults. I consider Mormonism to be a cult. I'm sorry if we have Mormon viewers. I similarly come from a very religious background. Islam is not exactly the most forgiving of religions. It is very strict. So I think that's what piques my interest, because I can kind of get it, like the hive mind mentality and like the like survival instinct kicking in, although very different, right? Oh, I love this. Oh man. Oh,
photos online
amazing.
at the time, because my parents and I hadn't had a lot of conversations, and I genuinely was afraid they would disown me. And he collected my family's information, and he coerced me into doing.
Did she just say coerced? Girl, I was with you.
Something I've never even told a therapist about. And that is just one of the things he did during an 8-year period. That story is real. I've never fucking lied about that or any of my fucking trauma.
I feel sad for her, but you've got to go to therapy. I believe Zachary Michael says this all the time. Go to therapy. Like, you do not need to be telling the internet this, because you've said it yourself. The internet misconstrues and clips you and makes you sound like you're saying things you're not really saying. And because, yes, there are cruel people on the internet, and you can, Rosie probably thinks people like myself and Snarky One are also cruel, and that's fair. You do not need to be saying this online. These are very personal, traumatic events. I don't know the details. I will now investigate, because now my interest is like up here. Like, knowing that she was an ex-Mormon. Oh my, I relish. Oh Lord. Yeah. This does not need to be online. Like, I would never air out the fucking worst moments of my life to the internet, because like I don't want to relive it online, like, over and over. That's insane to me. Oh my God. She needs to go to therapy. And she makes enough money to afford it. If you're living in a house that your parents pay the mortgage for, or like your brother does or whatever, like, girl, you have some pocket change. Go to fucking therapy. You can do a self-pay option. You can do like a monthly clinic thing if you don't have insurance. You can pay clinics directly now. If you don't know that about health insurance and you are currently desperate for medical attention, but you cannot afford health insurance, talk to your primary care provider if you're in the United States, because health care has soared, and you will see that especially this summer. Yeah, you can talk to your primary and see if they have like a monthly fee. It's good for people that go to the doctor often. So,
and I'm reaching to a point, I'm not engaging in reaction content about me. I'm doing my best to avoid it, but I'm getting so much in my DMs and in my own comments. People who put my cousin's names in my comments, who, by the way, is the man currently serving 30 years in federal prison for his shit with CSAM.
Jesus Christ, dude. Therapy. Get off the internet, man. Just shut down your channels. I swear, people like her will be fine in an apocalypse because, like, living like a cockroach and not doing shit and just like being on the internet and monetizing like your internet presence, just turn it off, dude, and go to therapy.
Look, I get that I'm controversial and that I've recently fucked up.
You're also problematic. Oh, that's another thing I know about her because of Zachary Michael talking about how like she got fired from her work at home job because she wouldn't show up to work at home. So let's not pretend that I'm giving her all this grace and I don't, no, she's, yeah, girl, you're problematic and go to therapy.
I'm just a person, man.
I'm just a kid.
This is real.
Mm-hmm.
This is real.
It's also real that you should be in therapy.
I'm not lying. And I'm
trying to like switch off the part of my brain that has been conditioned to like de-escalate people when they're getting like this and getting really upset and like breathing hard and like looking all over the place and getting desperate to come up with words. Like I have to remember that like people pay for these services and yeah, go to therapy. I'm not your therapist.
Everything I can to not make things worse. But it's like I'm constantly caught between this push and pull of like wanting to speak out and defend myself and wanting to stay quiet to not cause more problems. All I know is I'm really anxious about tonight because just because Stefan is the one that hurt me doesn't mean I wasn't hurt. Just because that isn't part of my story doesn't mean that I had something to add. Well, I don't know, man.
Yeah, this is the part that's annoying or whatever. Whatever, girl. If that's the hill you want to die on, whatever. If you truly believe like it was not wrong for me to share my experience and I'm not going to repeat myself. Whatever, girl. Whatever.
Well, I just
okay, so then we have this one, which is just 3 minutes long, and then we have one more, which is 5 minutes. So we're getting through this, okay? Clearly I'm invested now. Oh, why are you shouting? Oh my god, so sorry. Okay. So we have this one. So this is Quirky Love Rosie IG response after watching Escaping Paradise. Bothered. I'm sure she's just going to be so pleasant and so proper. Oh my god. And I'm sure she went to therapy after that last reel. I'm sure of it. I believe in her. Yeah. Believe in all women, including Rosie.
Well, I just finished watching a docuseries with my boyfriend. I have a lot of thoughts just about the documentary, stories that were shared. It's kind of crazy seeing like Stefan directly say something on camera for the documentary that 100% contradicts something he said to my face last week. That was crazy. I first just want to say, like, I don't want to like go too in depth about anything because I want you guys to watch it. I think everyone should watch it and form their own opinions.
For anyone in the comments, or leave a comment, I mean, did you watch Paradise and would you recommend it? I don't know how I feel about watching like multiple episodes of women like being exploited. I feel like life is horrific enough. Like, we did nothing about the Epstein files. Like, why am I going to watch this? Will justice be served? Who fucking knows?
I wasn't super surprised by
how much I was in the documentary because of what I was told. I guess I had hoped they would provide a little more context to some things that just ended up not going with the flow of the story. I'm gonna hold off because there's like a lot of stuff I want to say, but I really appreciate that the stories of these victims were heard. And, you know, someone who was watching all this stuff go down in 2021 and onward, it's just, I'm just glad that this entire story is being talked about on a mainstream front. I hope all of you watch the documentary. I think it was very well made. I do have critiques, especially on how certain things were handled. Again, nothing has to do with me, right? But like everything to do with just like, you know, with like the people who have passed and everything. I have some thoughts about that, but I want to hold off. And I also think like everyone else involved should have their time to share their thoughts and react and everything. This has just been an insane couple of weeks. And I was so anxious and I was so just overwhelmed by the unknown. Now I'm just sitting here kind of like, oh, I freaking out so much. I don't even know. There's so much I want to talk about and say because, like, yeah. But I hope you guys
She's also very Amber with like the industrial fan blowing in her face.
still watch it. It's a really important story that needs to be heard.
Okay, I wasted my time watching that. All right, next. This is the final one. So this is Rosie wants you to remember she has a boyfriend and she was on Escaping Paradise. Oh God. Dude, I don't understand the tetas. Like, why? Why? This is so gross. Like the chesticles, just put them away. Put them away. Put them away.
Because now that the docuseries is out, like, I now know. I get a phone call and it's my boyfriend. That felt wrong.
What? It was my boyfriend, my husband, you guys. All right, this is June 11th, so today's the 19th, so 8 days ago. Look at me, I can do some math. Some math.
Howdy, folks. Listen.
Wakalas way. Bro, put them dogs away, yo. Oh my. I'm going to send this to Snarky. I'm going to do it right now, actually. I'm going to take a picture and send it to her. All right, guys, let's take a selfie. It's going to be us and Rosie. All right, I'll let you guys know what she says. Ay, ay, ay. All right, anyway.
I was sleeping, right? And I was sleeping. And I get a phone call. And it's my boyfriend. He's just like, hey, I just wanted to, like, say hi.
Dude, I can't focus on anything else, man. I'm gonna take another photo and send it to Snarky because she did this to me. Oh my lord. Jesus. Okay. I'm gonna lock in, guys. We have 5 minutes. I can get through this. I promise.
Like, say hi. Like, how are you doing? I'm just waking up. And so we, like, hang up to go talk on Discord. And I look at my phone.
I'm like trying to understand the logistics of this. Like, how, bro? Oh, like I can kind of sit, like if I push in my double chin, like I can do this, but how do you do the chest? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Or no, not even talking about Discord. No, we just hung up. And I look at my phone, I'm like, it's 7 in the morning? That's so weird. And I'm scrolling and I'm like, how do I have all these notifications? Why were so many people reaching out to me around like 3, 4 in the morning? And then I
Is she drunk?
pause and I go, that wasn't in the morning.
I missed the joke. I'm fucking around too much. Lock in, Snarky too.
Dude, I passed the fuck out and I stayed asleep. And I woke up to my boyfriend's like second call, I think. Like, bro, I passed out.
Oh my god, you guys. I am so quirky. My boyfriend had to call me 2 times. Oh my god.
I feel like
I feel so silly, you guys.
the like unknown was making me go fucking insane.
I'm so insane, you guys.
Because now that the docuseries is out, like I now know and I feel a lot better on like a personal front, right? I have a lot of thoughts about how
she reminds me of like when dogs stick their heads out of the car window and they're just like in the breeze, like, you know that meme that's like, ooh, come on, baby, turn the lights on, whatever. Ooh, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
They handled Cass and Shay, and I have some thoughts, especially about the decision to keep Shay talking about Zio in that way. And like,
Low key, I wanted to. Oh my god, I'm talking to her. I wanted to start talking about Xiomara, the Zio girl. But I don't know how I feel about like dogging on a girl who's like on an oxygen tank, who's like basically on hospice. Like that might be too much even for me. Okay. Just maybe.
I truly can't fathom being Zio and having seen that. That felt wrong. It just felt wrong. Because people in these communities,
bro, put them dogs away. I'm sick.
Please know that like the way that Shay passed, where Shay passed, is so like in line with what happened to Zio. That Zio survived, and that is just like that felt wrong. As like someone watching it, as someone like that just felt.
Why is it wrong though? If it's the reality of being morbidly obese, I'm assuming she means like this person who passed away being like, you know, terminal, like not being able to breathe, because you can be terminally obese. There might be a better way to say that. But like similarly to how like people who are on the other side of the spectrum, like Miss Cooney, you can be placed on hospice for that. So
It felt wrong, and I don't even know how to expand on that point. I think the bigger point.
She wants you guys to know that she knows all of these famous TV stars and that you don't understand the way she does because it's like personal for her. Okay, it's personal.
Point for me was last night. I did something that I haven't normally done, but I really wanted to see for myself firsthand. And the way Stefan was like re-victimizing some of these women on the LCU last night was deplorable. And that's like the nicest way of wording that, to be honest with you. But more than anything, I think for me, I've decided like I'm not going live tonight. My boyfriend ran to the smoke shop real quick. I'm just gonna spend the evening with him and just have some quality time where I don't feel like as distracted as I have been the past multiple weeks. Because now it's time to move forward. And I want to share more about my thoughts about my involvement with the documentary tomorrow, like on live and stuff. and then just kind of talk about it and move on. Because I mean, ultimately, I'm kind of a footnote in this documentary, right? And I think that I do have some thoughts and feelings about that, but I want to rewatch it and take some notes about a couple things before I go live. And two, I want to what do I want to do? The other part, I wanted to give some time because like a lot of people who are directly involved are currently kind of reacting and talking about the aftermath and everything. So I thought I'd just wait till tomorrow. But yeah, it's been quite a time. And yeah, I've seen like a lot of passes, like family and like very close friends are.
Dude, she has perfected the art of saying so much and nothing at the same time.
Are not happy. I guess it seems like they weren't aware about it, like they weren't involved in the production process, which is interesting. But that's not something I'm personally involved in, obviously. So I just from the outside I'm kind of just like surprised, I guess. So yeah, I will see y'all tomorrow on the tubes.
Oh my god, okay. Well, I'm sorry for sharing those last 2 videos because they're honestly ass and I learned nothing. Okay. But I do love knowing that she's an ex-Mormon. I feel like that's great to know. Okay. Yeah. Can you tell, like, if any of you have been here for a while before we like showed our faces, I would do some reactions and then like, especially they were about Amber. It was my Amber solos. And then like in the last 10 minutes, I get more and more crazy and more like I don't know, like mocking and like just being like, yeah. That's how I feel right now. Like after a while of watching these people, especially by myself, and then like talking to a blank screen, but it's my audience, like it's giving me brain damage. It's also Friday and it's been a crazy week at work. So, yeah, that was a lot. I'm definitely going to explore the Mormon thing. I would love, does she have a video where she talks about that? I would love, oh, so good. Okay. All right. I'll leave it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. And hopefully we'll be live. Not hopefully, we will be live on Friday, Monday. God, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Okay. I'll see you then. Take care. Bye.
She's so fat, she's so gross, she will never find love. The only one who could love this woman is the good Lord up above.